Bežigrad, one of the most beautiful parts of Ljubljana. Before the First World War, it was practically non-existent. But there was certainly a church of St. Christopher on Dunajska Street before 1500. The church, with its altarpiece, a work of the Baroque painter Anton Sebe, became the cemetery chapel of the main Ljubljana cemetery in 1779, which stretched from today's Dunajska Street to Zupančičeva Jama. In 1906, the cemetery was closed, and in 1938, its eastern part was transformed into Nalje, a memorial park for great Slovenians. In 1918, Sunday Mass was celebrated regularly at St. Christopher's, when the Franciscan priest Kazimir Zakrajšek, who had returned from the United States, settled at the church in 1928. Church life received a new impetus. In addition to his pastoral activities, in 1933 he began the construction of a new church, designed by the greatest Slovenian architect Jože Plečnik, next to the Church of St. Christopher. On January 1st, 1934, the Diocese of Ljubljana established the Parish of Ljubljana Bežigrad, and on July 1st, 1934, Bishop Dr. Gregory Rožman consecrated the new church of St. Cyril and Methodius. The architect Plečnik envisioned this church as a temporary building, which could later be transformed into a hall, as he wanted to erect a new, large building, the Hall of Fame, a church that would be a monument of Slovenian national and religious consciousness. The idea failed because the Diocese of Ljubljana decided to build Baragas Seminary on the site of the former cemetery. The beginning of the Second World War marked the end of the creative period of Father Kazimir Zakrajšek, who was succeeded by Father Gabriel Planišek, and, after the end of the war, by Father Stanislav Maria Ajančić. The most difficult period for the parish was in the time of the parish priest Krizalog Zajc. On February 25, 1954, the communist authorities issued a decision on the construction of the Economic Exhibition Center, which led to the demolition of both churches. Since the parishioners still hoped that this would not happen, in May 1956, according to Plečnik's plan, the main altar with the crucified and the images of Saints Cyril and Methodius, works by painters Isidor Mole and Leon Kaportz, was erected. But in the end, it came to a dark scenario. On December 8, 1957, the last Holy Mass was celebrated in the Plečnik's church. It was then demolished, and its material was moved to a new location between Vodovodna and Kuzmichova streets, where the Church of Saint Cyril and Methodius was rebuilt at state expense under the direction of Plečnik's student, architect Anton Bitenc. The last Holy Mass was celebrated in the Church of St. Christopher on February 16, 1958. The following week, the church was blown up and eventually demolished. Today, many people do not know that the churches of St. Christopher and St. Cyril and Methodius stood on the site where the Economic Exhibition Center Pavilion is located today. The parishioners enthusiastically participated in the construction of the new church, which was consecrated by the Bishop of Ljubljana, Anton Volk, on November 16, 1958. The exhausted Father Chrysolog was succeeded in 1959 by Father Dr. Roman Tomintz, who gave new pastoral impetus to the parish, took care of the design of the church surroundings, and in 1966 built a new bell tower with classrooms. It was designed by architect Betens, who thus combined Plečnik's thought with modern architecture. Although the Church of St. Cyril and Methodius is hidden and sometimes not even recognizable at first sight, it is now located in a quieter place. Above all, this beautiful church of Plečnik is still the heart of the parish of Bežigrad.